Welcome to the Goodreads series. Today we're diving into a really powerful way of thinking about life, a framework for finding deeper meaning, all wrapped up in a simple, memorable story. We're going to follow a journey, one that goes from a life that looks successful on the outside to one that's truly significant on the inside.
You know, this question, it can really stop you in your tracks, can it? So many of us spend our lives climbing that ladder of success only to get to the top and realize it's been leaning against the wrong wall the whole time. You get the career, the money, the recognition, but there's this nagging feeling, isn't there? That something big, something profound is missing. If you've ever felt that, well, this is for you.
So, picture this, a high-flying lawyer, a guy named Julian Mantle. He is absolutely everything you could imagine. The mansion, the private jet, even a shiny red Ferrari. But then, right in the middle of a courtroom, he has a massive heart attack. And in that moment, he realizes his life is, well, spiritually bankrupt. So he does something drastic. He sells it all and takes off on a journey to the Himalayas to find some real wisdom. And what he finds? It's a whole new way to live.
Okay, so the very first lesson he learns comes to him as a vision of a magnificent garden. Now, this isn't just any old garden. It's a metaphor for the single most important piece of real estate you will ever own, your mind. Because at the end of the day, the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of your thoughts. What this really boils down to is that we are the master gardeners of our own minds. It's that simple. If you let negative thoughts, worry, fear, anger take root, they're going to grow like weeds and just choke out any chance for real happiness. But if you consciously plant seeds of positivity, of purpose, of peace, your inner world will absolutely flourish. And this gives us a really clear way to actually do it. Guarding the gates just means being super selective about what you let in, the news you watch, the social media you scroll, the conversations you have. Weeding is that daily practice of noticing a negative thought and just pulling it out. And planting, that's about actively, intentionally focusing on things like gratitude and optimism.
Next up on this symbolic journey, a towering lighthouse appears. This lighthouse, it represents our purpose. That one single guiding light that gives our life direction and meaning. Without it, let's be honest, we're kind of just drifting around aimlessly, aren't we?
Now, what's so powerful about this is how it completely reframes everything. See, when you know your why, the how just becomes so much easier. Suddenly, decisions get clearer, obstacles don't seem so huge, and every little thing you do feels more meaningful because you know it's guided by your own internal lighthouse. So how in the world do you find it? Well, you can start right here. Think about it. What activities make you completely lose track of time? What would you do even if nobody was paying you to do it? Your purpose isn't something you just stumble upon. It's something you uncover by connecting with who you really are and then making sure your daily life lines up with that truth. The next lesson is all about the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen. Now, this is not about some massive overnight transformation. Nope, it's all about the incredible, almost magical power of making small, consistent improvements day in and day out. Let's see how that works. True mastery, in anything really, doesn't come from one big heroic effort. It comes from the compounding effect of tiny little habits done consistently over a long period of time. I mean, just think about it. A 1% improvement every single day leads to absolutely extraordinary results over a year. It's staggering. Now, the philosophy talks about a lot of rituals, but these three are a fantastic place to start. Practicing gratitude literally rewires your brain to look for the positive. Moving your body every day energizes you, body and mind. And reading, well, that just nourishes your soul. They're such simple actions, but the impact is profound. And this is where self-discipline fits in perfectly. Every single time you choose to do one of these small rituals instead of, hitting the snooze button or scrolling on your phone, you're doing a rep for your willpower muscle. The more you exercise it with these small acts, the stronger it gets for when the really big challenges come along. Next, we get these symbols of a golden stopwatch and some fragrant roses. They represent two ideas that are completely connected. First, respecting our most precious, non-renewable resource, our time, and second, discovering the deep, deep joy that comes from selflessly serving other people. It's a huge mindset shift. When we're only focused on what we can get, time always feels like it's running out, right? There's a sense of scarcity. But when you flip that and focus on what you can give, your time, your kindness, your help, you tap into this amazing feeling of abundance. Your time suddenly feels more valuable because it's contributing to something bigger than just you.
When it comes right down to it, a life of real fulfillment isn't built on what you acquire, but on what you contribute. By improving the lives of others, even in small ways, we totally elevate our own existence and create this ripple effect of kindness that lasts.
And that brings us to the final, and you could argue the most powerful virtue of them all. It's symbolized by a path that's literally paved with shimmering diamonds. And this isn't about money or wealth, it's about learning to see the brilliant, precious moments that make up our everyday lives.
We spend so much of our lives chasing some future version of happiness, don't we? I'll be happy when I get that promotion. I'll be happy when I buy the house, when I retire. But what this teaches us is that happiness is right here, right now. It's in the small joys of this present moment. Each one of those moments, that's a diamond.
And you can start walking this path today, right now. It's about finding the sacred in the ordinary. Actually taste your morning coffee. Feel the sun on your skin when you step outside. Listen, really listen when a loved one is talking to you. Happiness isn't some prize you win in the future, it's a practice you engage with in the present.
So as we wrap up, just let this question sink in. Each one of these virtues, from tending your mind like a garden to cherishing the diamonds of right now, is a tool you can use to totally transform your life. It's all about making that shift from chasing mere success to building a life of deep, real, lasting significance. And that journey? It starts with this very moment. Thank you for listening to this Good Reads episode.